I want to hang out with Ajia. Looks like nobody's here. The garage was open, but there's no one there, thanks. For some reason, I felt like Amane was always here, so it was a little surprising. The air conditioning's not turned on, so it's quite humid. What should we do? Why are you asking me? Kotori subconsciously put her hand on her stomach. Shall we have our lunch in here? I made one for you too. Oh, whoops. Shall we have our lunch in here? I made one for you too, Kotori. Well, I mean leftovers from breakfast. Kotori didn't come to have any breakfast this morning, so she shouldn't have any way of knowing what food was served. Is this also part of your job as doll mother? No, I'm just meddling. 1, 2, 3. I put the 3 lunchboxes on the workbench. I went to the trouble of making one for Amane too, though. The air conditioner isn't turned on in the garage, so if I just leave it here, it'll go bad. There's a refrigerator, so I decided to put it in there. If I leave a note on the desk, she'll realize and then eat it, won't she? Could you turn on the electric fan? Kotori turns on the nearby electric fan. What about the air conditioner? I can't find the remote controller. It's really buried somewhere. We open up the lunchboxes in a place that gets the full force of the wind from the electric fan. What's this? Curry? This morning's breakfast was curry. You don't like it? Do people usually put curry in their lunchboxes? You can complain after you've eaten it. Kotori has a meek look on her face as she moves the cold curry towards her mouth. It's tasty even though it's cold. It would be good if we had a microwave though. For a little while the two of us quietly eat our curry. And then we died. Today, there is no sheet covering the glider. I gazed at the simple, sleek shape of its body and thought it was beautiful. I imagined the aircraft cutting through the air as it flew. When riding a bicycle, your greatest enemy is the wind. Question mark! Kotori's face seemed to say, what is this guy talking about all of a sudden? But I carry on regardless. The worst thing is when you have a headwind. While it is constantly pushing you back, you have to keep pedaling. I faced the wind coming through the electric fan, set to strong, and I remember the feeling a little. The feeling of the wind gradually draining my stamina. That's why when we ride a bicycle, we try to find ways to reduce air resistance. Not just the shape of the bike or the helmet. During the race, we cooperate with the members of the other teams and form a group while riding. I thought that when riding a bike, it would be better if the wind wouldn't blow. But this thing rides the wind to fly. Even though it doesn't have a jet engine or a propeller. If we hadn't actually seen it flying that day, even with the real thing right in front of us, we wouldn't be able to imagine it flying. Speaking of which, Kotori, how do you know about gliders? Yeah, she didn't really know that much about them. That was the first time she had seen a real one. I don't really. I just read about them in a book. Somehow it seems like it's hard for her to answer, so I decide not to go any further. Speaking of books, there's a bookshelf here, lined with many books. Looking closely, they are all related to gliders or aircraft. I pick one up and take a look inside. It's all in English. I can't read it. But I can read it. It's not like my grades in English are bad, but with the level of English I have from studying at school, reading academic papers is really tough. Seems like Kotori is the same. This book has lots of photos. There was a book that had many photos of gliders, like a catalogue. There are so many different types. The shape of the wings, the size, and so on. Even with gliders, there's so many different varieties. Look at this! What's happening in this picture? They're looking at porn, aren't they? It's flying over a mountain. It looked so natural that I didn't really notice, but the glider was flying high enough that it could look down on the mountain. They could fly that high? Kotori and I, without realizing, both look at the glider sitting over there. With its wings removed, we couldn't really grasp the full size of it, but at a glance, it didn't seem all that different to the glider in the photo. Amane had said that it could go above the clouds. I wonder what it feels like to fly through the sky. It probably feels amazing! To fly on the rising air currents would be just like being a bird, wouldn't it? After we finished our lunch boxes, we stayed for a little longer. We spent the time looking at the books and admiring the glider. When the bell rang, it felt like the time to enjoy ourselves was over. I felt a little sad. What's this? Just as we were about to go back to the classroom, Katori noticed a photo frame on Mane's desk. I don't know what this is. The weird thing was that there was a photo frame, but no photo inside. An empty photo frame had been placed there. In her case, she probably managed to lose just a photo inside. What's up? Oh, no, it's nothing. Let's go. It's hot in here. I can't stand it. The moment we stepped out the sauna-like garage, the air outside felt cool. And it was dark. Splash, splash, splash. Oof. I'm worn out. It's easy to say clean the bathroom, but I've never thought it would be such a big job. Okay, apparently I was cleaning the bathroom. Plus, there's no air conditioning in there, so I'm sweltering. The problem is, if I don't do this every day during the summertime, then mold will start growing. It's not just about hygiene, it's kind of gross too. There's no way you can take a bath when there's mold growing in there. My cell phone rang. On the display, it showed home. Hello?
Hello, Oi, it's me.
What's up?
Oh, nothing really. I just was wondering how you're doing. How is it? Is it going smoothly?
I can't say it's going smoothly. I didn't think much of it when I accepted, but it turned out to be pretty tough.
Oh yes, of course. There's no such thing as an easy job.
Going to school every day and doing the work of a dorm mother is wearing me out. I realized this after only a few days. This is a lot of hard work.
But now that's better for you, isn't it?
Why?
You can do it without dredging up old memories.
Well, if that's what you think, don't talk about it.
Oh, do you miss your mama?
A mother like you? Bitch. She's the kind of mother who loves teasing her son, but did she get me to this dorm mother job just because she was worried about me? I'm so busy that I have time to dwell on things. Or don't, or I don't know, I forgot what it says. Speaking in the hallway, the other boarders may have been able to hear me, so I went back to my room. We continue our silly parent-child conversation. My mother is a fiercely independent woman and a hard-working career woman. Many things have been happening until recently. Well, they're still going on now. We were living separately. I'm a bit too old to be missing my mother, though. It's enough for me to just speak to her from time to time.
How's school?
It's going fine, and she is there too.
Ajia-chan, she's gotten so preppy, hasn't she? Recently I saw her for the first time in a while, and I was so surprised.
Me too. She's like a proper girl now.
Sheesh. You won't be able to think about her like that for much longer. Aji-chan will get even more pretty from now on, won't she? She's outgoing, considerate, so she'll be very popular with the boys, no doubt about it.
Jeez, cut it out. What are you talking about?
Now, you have such a sharp tongue. You remind me of someone.
Yeah, you. Would a mother usually tell her son to go chasing after girls?
Okay then, good luck. If you have any trouble, call me.
Sure.
Also, if you're finding it tough to do all your housework, you can ask the boarders to help you. The rent in that place is stupid cheap, so they should help with things like that.
I'll think about it.
Okay, good night, Owl-chan.
She called me that on purpose because she knows I don't like it, and then ended the call. My father's the only one who chose to call me Aoi, but it's kind of a girl's name, so I was often teased about it, and it seems she still remembers. put down my phone and take a look at the boarding students' roster. As for the boarders' jobs, cleaning their own room is a given, but there is cleaning the hallways and entrance, as well as the dining hall. On the other hand, my jobs are to prepare breakfast and dinner, clean up afterwards, clean the bathroom and the garden, and other miscellaneous chores. It's actually pretty tough. Maybe I should ask for some help. Even if I can just get them to clean the bathroom, that would be a real lifesaver. Huh? Yuka? I forget her voice. I think it's the same as, what's her face is. Yes! Yuka, who's in the dining hall, the tall, fourth grader and the one who'd been here for the longest, seemed surprised as I call out to her. What is it, Aoi? Ask you a question. I lay out the roster that I was just looking at on the table where Yuka is sitting. Yuka, who should be used to seeing this, looks at it with curiosity. Katori doesn't have her name on the job roster. Starting with Kaneko, then Yuka, there are 4 names, but Katori's name is not there. Yes, but she... Yuka looks towards the dining hall door as she speaks. She's disabled! I see, so that's why, thank you. Anyone could really see that, I mean, honestly. She's in a bloody wheelchair, for the love of God. It's okay. That's the dumbest revelation, that's the word, I've ever heard. No wonder she's not on the job roster. She's disabled, she's in a wheelchair, you dumbass. The scorching sun comes shining in. Up on the roof, with nothing to block the sunlight, it feels even more like I'm being burned. I'm on the roof, alright. Today is hot as hell. I grumble as I wipe the sweat from my brow. It's already 7 o'clock. It's just before the peak of summer and the sun is finally shining at full strength. Today is Saturday, so there's no school. Now's my chance to get some of the dorm mother work done. This morning I've climbed up on the roof and I'm fixing leaks. This building is in pretty bad condition. I heard that the owner who collapsed a few days ago, and who was also the caretaker here, is an elderly woman. Because it was a girls' dormitory with no guys around, there were quite a few places that had been left damaged. This place is so old that I can't help wondering if originally it was aiming to be registered as a cultural heritage site. Drink. The owner, who is a widow, opened the manor house as a student dormitory before I was born. Which means that when we were calling this place the Witch's Manor, students from Keifu Academy were already living here. Since then, the owner had been taking care of the boarding students like they were her own children or grandchildren. However, since the redevelopment plans were brought forward, land prices in Kazugura have been rising. The owner's sons were hoping to let go of this place, and that's one of the reasons why I was brought to take on the dorm mother's job in such a hurry. It might be hard to avoid getting involved in those kinds of adult matters, so I will just quietly get on with the work that I have to do. Alright, that should do it. Finishing the repairs to the roof, I climbed down the ladder. Okay, next is... Quack quack! Hello! Hat, who was pecking at the saw, had come closer to where I was going to put my feet as I climbed down. This is kind of besides the point, but ducks eat weeds and bugs, so it seems that if I just leave him to it, he will maintain the garden. However, he will also peck at the flowers, and so on too, so the person doing the gardening needs to watch out for that. What's up, Hat? Where's your buddy? What? I have no idea what he's saying, but he definitely looks bored. Sorry, but I got work to do. When I get back, I'll give you a bath. What? The door to Katori's room was closed. I couldn't hear any sound, and there were no signs that she was awake. Still asleep, huh, sleepyhead? Hey, Katori! Wake up a little. Hey, Mr. Lule! Holy crap! That actually made me jump a little. Shut up! What do you want? I'm going to do some shopping. Do you want to come with me? Oh, look at that over there. I want that so bad, even though it's a little creepy. Huh? Is that the reason why you disturbed my peaceful sleep? Her face seemed to say, if this was America and I sued you, you would lose. You're oversleeping. It's a nice sunny day, so let's go outside. Why do I have to do your shopping with you? It's shopping for the dormitory. You eat too, don't you? No. I'll get ready, so hold on a minute. And then I passed out. Hi there, hey! Sorry. Seeing Agia give a great big wave, Katori makes an annoyed face. Hi, Agia. Yeah, just the one I like. Oh, she's so cute. Saboy, morning, Katori. Good morning. Hey, why is she here? You said we were going out to do shopping for the dormitory. It's fine. There's something I need help with. I had planned from the beginning to meet up with Agia. That's because I want her as a special advisor for today's work. Right, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We arrived at the underground street of the shopping mall. This is cool. Okay. There are many stylish shops in the shopping arcade, and there's also a large supermarket. I push Tori along in her wheelchair and go around buying the food with Agia. What do we need? First, you need chicken thighs, then red peppers, green peppers, onion. Wait, wrong voice. First, you need chicken thighs, then red peppers, green peppers, onions. Tori looks like she still doesn't agree with the fact that Agia is with us. She looks at me like she's trying to put a curse on me. I got Agia to think of a menu for me for tonight's dinner. It seems that the things that I make aren't the kind of things that girls like. So why do I need to come with you? Because you can carry the bags? I like that chibis. Katori is doing a good job of carrying the green supermarket basket. Agia and I keep slinging more and more ingredients into the basket. Paprika powder, whole tomatoes, cured ham, and then there's... Flip. Don't sling them like that! I'll get some mineral water. Bam! Oh, it's so heavy! Hey! Can I buy some potato chips? No. Oh, Pakurumen chips? I remember these. You're so stingy, I'll pay for them later. So put them in the basket, will ya? Death potato. She slings them in. Also, we'll soon be out of rice. Let's buy some while we're here. Bam. This is kind of sad, but it's funny. With all the ingredients for all the borders before we knew it, the basket that Katori was carrying was full. Don't join me in the car shopping cart! As she complained, Katori was very careful not to let the contents of the basket fall out. Don't drop anything. Damn it! Is there anything you want, Katori? Ice cream. Day shopping is being paid for with the operating costs of the dormitory, so we can't really buy things we don't need. Having said that, she is helping me out. You can get Bari Corn! What? I want something of higher quality than that! The work I put in and the reward I get aren't balanced! Have a joy. I decided to treat her to strawberry hardened arch with my own money.